Alright, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be making a solid bag for you all to have a nosy at with a drop-off lead system, as I am going carp fishing either tomorrow or Thursday with my dad, so I need to get a couple more of these made up. I've already done 3, so yeah, I need to get myself prepared. That's 2-ounce drop-off lead with a size 4 shank, I believe. They call it a shank, with a 15mm boilie and a rubber sweet corn at the bottom, just to help line it up a little bit. So I'm going to be using Parker Baits, we'll read it, OG PVA Mini Mix, and they look like this. Just nice little fine grains, perfect for solid bags. And I'm also going to be using a bit of the Parker Baits OG Fish Magic Dust. I like to sprinkle that again at the bottom of the bag. That way the hook sits in and around here. You do a bit more pellets, do another line of the Magic Dust, and top it off with a few more pellets. Just creates that nice little solid posture. And the hook bait is somewhere in around here, and then the lead's just a little bit higher up. But yeah, so I'm going to switch over cameras now. I'm going to have the chest cam on for you so you can see what I'm doing. And yeah, we'll be happy days with that one. Obviously I'm not going to do it now, but whilst I'm fishing tomorrow, I'm going to be using give it a bit of a shake, the Parker Baits Monster Crab Flat Spot Booster Liquid. So I'm going to be squeezing that into the solid bags before I cast out. And so you put it into the solid bag, you give it a squeeze, let all juice fill up. And then I'm going to get my solid bag and I'm going to dip it back in here and give it a shake, so the hole what was created by the tip of this will then be patched up with the Magic Dust, just to help it keep that solid form as you're casting it out and it's flying through the air. So yeah, alright, let's get on to it. I'll see you in a minute. Alright, so this is the setup I've got. Got my small solid bags, got the little thing, the orange thing that keeps it open. You put your bits and bobs down there. We've even got some PVA string to also give us a hand, just in case when you lick it on the top it doesn't quite stay. Yeah, got my box full of bits. Good to go. Right, I've not done this for a while, so you may have to be a bit patient. It's been a while. Oh, let's give that a shake. Gonna need a scoop. This comes from Parker Baits as well. Nice little mini mix scoop here. They are a good bait brand. I would definitely recommend them. Get a nice variety of choice for people. But right, that might have been a bit too much, but hey ho, we will work with it. Then again, you can never have too much when it comes to it, because again, that's where the hook's going to be. Right. Sorry, the camera might seem a bit all over the show, just because yeah, the thing I've got it strapped to my chest isn't the strongest. A bit of a mini mix in there. That's got a nice way. People would say that's probably a bit too long of a hair, but I figured that it might give us a hand, considering how much the fish will pull as soon as the lead drops off. It's just, yeah. I don't know. We'll see when it comes to it. I might need to shorten it, but hey ho. We live and we learn. Make sure that's on there a bit more. Let's wait. Alright, try and drop this down in here. So I'm trying to do it through the camera and also see it for my own 2 eyes as well. It's a bit more difficult. So I'm going to want that right into a corner. Pop it down. Bit fiddly. They always have been. Turn it that way to get a bit of a... Yeah. Alright. Now I've got to fill it up to the orange line with the plastic thingy that helps you pour it in and keep it open. And then put your lead in, middle, get it like smack bang and work around it. Yep. Just like that. Then this is the other little fiddly bit, because again I'm using a long hair rig. Once you put the lead in, I like to take them out so then I can actually see what I'm working with. Woo, if I can even get hold of the thing properly. And I want that snap bang in the middle. Like that. Keep that open. A bit more of a mini mix. Alright. Again, like I said in the last video, I am trying to get like different camera angles for you and whatnot. And yeah, this is probably the best setup I could do for now. I should really get a GoPro because I've got my phone for this and it's so heavy, it's like weighing it down. And I'm like having to try and keep my back like up and straight so you can see what I'm doing. Let's get a bit more of this magic dust in here. If I can lean that back because it's kind of hard to get. It might have been a bit too much. Let's get a bit out. Let's give that a whirl. I'm being attacked by me with solid bags now. Just stand that back up. Leave me alone. There we go. Wash that round a bit. I've seen this on Parker Bait's YouTube video as well, like them using this like style of bag by doing layers of the magic dust. And the way the bag pops in the water and all these like little particles off the magic dust start like floating upwards, like it looks pretty good. I reckon that's a quite effective way to get the fish to like scent it, get a good whiff of it. A bit more. Yeah, I'll just do that. So I keep doing that. Yeah, I'm trying to keep myself straight, but I'm trying to look through the camera and also look around the side of the camera, so I keep peering off to the left. Alright. Now that's nice and full. I've just got to try and compress it without the bag bursting on me. I can get a good grip on the top and give it a spinneroonie. Just whilst I tap it down. now without the bag bursting. That's looking pretty good. When I go to do the bottom bit, I'm going to switch the camera back over to the corner so you can actually see what I'm doing. But for this bit, it can be a bit tricky. So get your fingers and give them a bit of a lick. I know it tastes awful because of the PVA, but you've got to do what you got to do for it to be done. Again, just keep gently applying pressure whilst also licking your fingers just to get it to stick. And again, if it don't fully stick or you don't feel confident enough that it's not stuck, I've not got PVA tape. I do need to get my hands on some of that because, yeah, it's a hell of a lot better than using PVA string. But like I'm going to do in a minute, because this little corner, I'm going to get some of the PVA string. I'm just going to wrap a fair amount round, as you can see, just towards the bottom to just tighten it up a little bit. Again, PVA tape would be a lot better and a lot easier to use, but I do not have any of that on my person, so I need to inquire to get some, to be honest. Because again, it'd be a lot better than this. PVA string, about 20 meters of it. I've used a fair amount. So, like again, I've got a fair bit. Just, again, reassure me. Just snap it with your fingers, you don't need scissors or anything. And then, ooh, if you can even get hold of it, wrap it round backwards on itself, as I like to do. And then go the opposite direction, and then like, kind of flood it in a way. Turn it on its side. You've got to be gentle whilst doing this as well, because yeah, it snaps very easily. You don't need scissors or anything to snap this. And just like so. Lick your finger again. Just give it a bit of a twirl. All the way around. There you go. It's looking still a little bit baggy there, but I guess it's kind of good because I'm going to again be filling it up with the Monster Crab flat spot liquid, so I can always just like jab it in the top or through the side, wherever. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Again, when you first start doing it, it is really fiddly. I had to practice using a ground bait, so it was like just pure dust. I'd make my rig, put it inside the bag, and then instead of using pellets, I literally just filled it with ground bait and practice tying it because it is really fiddly. This is again another reason why I like using the small solid bags, because the big ones, yeah, I've not got up to date with them. The last time I tried doing them, it just wasn't working. So I actually cheated and put a small solid bag like this exact setup inside a big solid bag, and then just filled it with pellets. And then did the wrap around that, so it got like 2 explosions in one. Like a bit of a mad way to do it, but yeah, again, that was when I first started out with them. But now I'm not the best at tying them. I don't really think anyone could say they are the best with solid bags, but because everyone's got their own technique, their own way of doing it and everything, so yeah, everyone's different. But yeah, one of them. But right, I am going to switch over to the opposite cam now, so then you can see me doing the bits at the bottom here, the little legs, because people like to fold them in sometimes. I like to fold them outwards to get the aerodynamics of it. And just to show you, I've done it on all my previous bags. Yeah. So right, I shall see you in a sec. Alright, so these corners, you want to try and get the dust, or if you've got pellets in, like just pellets on their own instead of using the dust. I think the dust helps. It just hides the hook a little bit better, like within it, instead of it like piercing out the bag. Give it a flick. So I've got a bit of dust in there in the corner. Alright. Now what you want to do is pinch it. Give it a bit of a stretch. Like your thumb or finger, whichever way you want to do it. Give it a couple of strokes and then just press down firmly. Keep hold of it for 30 seconds or so. And then it's pretty much folded. Yeah. Same with the other side. Don't feel like you're getting enough spit on with your fingers. You can always just give it a little lick. Again, 30 seconds or so, if that. There you go. That side I didn't apply as much pressure as I would have liked to from the beginning, but it'll still do the job. Nice and solid. On the small one. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Again, it can be quite tricky when you first start off, but just keep practicing. It grows on you. So I should hopefully be going over to Kirklees tomorrow with my dad. And if it's not tomorrow, it'll be Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, even one. I think he's going to be on peg 3 or 4, and I'm going to be on peg 2. So either way, we're going to be fairly close to each other. But where from my point of view is I want to cast as far as I can to that back right corner, because there's a stream coming into the lake and then it comes out at the other end. So it's fresh water up there, and that's where all the carp like to hide within like a monster reeds and where the fresh water comes in. So and there is some apparently nice, really big commons in there. When I were fishing it in summer, again about four months ago, something like that, there was a lovely big common what jumped out of the water right at the back, and that's where they all like to hide. There was a lovely big one what jumped out, and then there was a smallish one, probably around about 15-pounder, what jumped out a bit closer to us. And the guy in the swim next to me, he was method feeding, so he actually caught a tench next to me. So yeah, I had a little chat with him and whatnot, and yeah, we were both like satisfied to know that there were actually fish still in there, because most of the fish have been stolen out of the lodges around here, which is kind of sad. But I can't say much for Bury Council. They don't really look after the waters, to be honest with you. But yeah, hey ho, that is pretty much it. I've got to probably make another 2 of them using, I think I've got slip D rigs already pre-made. So an Uzi. Yes, I do. They're all over the bloody place, right? But yeah, that's kind of like the hair you want, or people should say you have. Pull that out and give you guys a little look. So I have a slip D rig already pre-tied with the little baiting screw on it. Put your little 15 miller on there. Yeah, get yourself a drop-off lead. People like to use 3 ounce. I've only got 2. I would prefer 3 because I could cast a hell of a lot further out. And they were the hooks what I've got inside the solid bags on the rigs already set up. And if I can quickly show you, I bought these off eBay, and this is what I've actually got the solid bags made up with. Booms, neat and tidy, and they are for PVA bag leaders, and it's a fluorocarbon that the stuff's made out of. So they come pre-tied. You can get one out of the pack. I'll just quickly show you how it goes. So you've got 2 rings at the end. I can't even see myself, to be honest. So small. So you get your drop-off lead. You get the fluorocarbon, put it down the middle. Should be a little line there for you. And on the top, you don't need to push it on all the way. Just do a little bit because you want the lead to be able to fall off if the fish is fighting hard. And then, let's try and do this right. Get hold of it. Get the swivel. You don't want the little hook bit that I've got hold of to go in. You want the little swivel, and you don't want it going in upside down either because it can tangle and twist. And then it'll take a bit of pushing. But you just put it in. Again, you can get the crimping tool or something to squish the swivel down a little bit just so it comes out a bit easier. And then there you have it. Once that's in, obviously your rig just clips onto there. Give me a sec. Right, I'm rushing here. Alright, so then remember to pull that down tight because it'll stick up otherwise. And again, with the ring, you want that like nice and flat against it. You don't want it all like twisted up and whatnot because it doesn't help. And then again with the little hook, you literally just slip your rig onto it like so. Slip your rig onto there, and then the tail rubber tubing you can just pull up so it's nice and tight. I like to feed it onto it a little bit just to get, make sure I've got that extra coverage. Keep pulling that tight like that, like so. Perfect. So it's not all the way on, but it's just partially on. So when it comes to me like having to change over and put a new lid on, easy done. But that's pretty much it. Just put your bait on there, and then you've got your solid bag set up, ready to go. Then you can crack on. So yeah, I've got literally 2 more of these in a pack, so I'm probably going to get them made. And then yeah, either I'll make a video tomorrow whilst I'm out on the bank, or again it'll be Thursday. Either one. So, but yeah, hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Leave comments, whatnot. I'll read them. And hopefully sometime I'll see you on the bank.